Hero, hero, peoples, hero, hero, hero.
Bang, bang, gang.
Happy Sunday, everybody. I know it's early, and we are going to keep things streamlined today, but we are joined by this lovely human on stream. I believe that's that way. Eric of Lucid. He's a beautiful soul. He's a beautiful man. Once again, Cam sucks.
Hi.
He
No,
like
Cam rocks.
nah. I gotta bring him down. But
He's my friend, damn it.
he's my.
Yeah, you can,
Well,
yeah.
guess what? Well, guess what?
More than you.
Guess what?
Give him a wrestling name. Coming to the ring, you may know him from the up-and-coming project we are all excited for, called Lucid. His name, Eric the Mighty.
The mighty.
Eric the Mighty.
The crystalline creamer.
Crystalline Creamer.
Who's in chat? Who said that? Or was that just you? that seems like some degenerate Joe activity.
That
That
does.
does.
The
You'll fit right in
crystalline.
here.
You'll fit in. All good. So before we actually get started on
Are we
recording,
doing, whatchamacallit?
Audacity.
you said that you're able to record
Oh,
your stuff.
Good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Cool.
Also, just throwing out the backdrop. Love it. Let's enhance. Yeah, the stream, we gonna piece together your background. Let's see, I see Mega Man.
Oh, me?
See Amiibos. It's messed up on the stream entirely right now. It's just nothing but blocks of your face. But I'm trying to
You
investigate.
turn-
Turn man.
Oh, that's
into
Metroid?
Exodia. That's amazing.
Metroid's on the right,
Yeah, you got Metroid, yo.
That's what's up.
and what's on the left above Mega
Let's
Man?
see. So we got Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
We got there's some shitty indie game.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah,
This man.
Metroid, Super Metroid, and this is actually from my pops. My
Oh.
dad gave me this. It is the Grateful Dead in concert, but like it's
sick.
a rare print where they print like they're all left-handed because they printed it backwards or something.
Oh.
Wow. Oh, that's
Yeah.
sick.
So yeah, Dad, that's all you, baby.
More.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Pop. Let me make sure I'm recording just audio, yeah?
Just audio,
Yep.
and Cam will give a countdown for when to do said recording.
Let's see, so
He may do it in a different language, so just be aware.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Lady
partial-
Shane
are you
O'Mac
partial
is
to
in the
any
chat.
languages specifically, Eric?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Here he
ba, ba,
goes.
ba, ba.
Hey, Rose, aren't you glad that Shane McMahon was on the good side of that lawsuit so you wouldn't have to change your name?
Oh man.
Is he though? How is he on the good side?
Apparently, he was one of the few people who was like adamantly against thing. I don't know all of the details, but like his name, the only time he was named was one of the people in support of it.
Okay.
Okay.
He's a
Sorry,
good
I
guy.
think I'm recording audio now.
Which, you know,
It's all good.
It could be
I'll know when to
part
say-
of why he
Don't-
was
don't
fired.
start yet though, Eric. Because
What's
what
up,
I'll
man?
do is I'll do a countdown and then we'll start
Mm.
recording after that. So you don't need to start yet.
Oh,
Yeah, you're good.
Cool,
You're
cool, cool.
good.
awesome.
We like.
How you living, man? Been what? A few weeks?
Yeah, has it like 2 weeks?
It's already
or
been
something?
2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday a little bit.
It
I
does.
It
already
feels like
missed-
3 months ago, or.
I already
Yeah,
missed
it's-
the activity of mixing and moving with my game folk.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm itching. I can't wait till the next time.
I know. Are you guys? Well, yeah, you going to the West one?
Yes.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah. I
So-
think.
Sure.
I hope. I think.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't
definitely
promise.
going.
Amen. We'll get into all that nitty gritty.
Oh, right.
We gotta get all into that nitty gritty.
Save it
We'll,
for the
we'll grab
stream.
you. We might have a net gun by then, so we'll make sure you.
Eric, there he is. Get him.
Yeah.
But I have things to do. Not no more. You don't.
My prior obligations.
Just just picture my little fingers poking through the net, like, no.
We know Cam. We'll hit him up. Hey, you might be missing Eric for a couple hours. Don't ask. Don't worry. We'll bring him back.
Don't ask, don't tell.
But he has appointments. The game's right there. You guys got this. We got.
I show
You're
up
just
to
gonna
my
have
next
me
appointment.
manning the booth. Like, is this your
Oh,
game?
this is
No,
Lucid.
Just giving the exact same speech you gave in the video.
I was
Right.
You literally took the words out of my mouth, bro.
You mean the description of said game?
It's amazing.
Game. Where you
I'm sure-
incorrectly credit David Wise for Diddy
Oh,
Kong
Diddy
Country.
Yeah.
That was fucking great. I was like, oh my god, this video is amazing. And then you said Diddy Kong Country. I was like, fucking Cam.
It was like unwatchable. I threw my computer up.
It was fun responding to people in the comments about that. I'm like, did I really like? I just had a fun time with everybody that mentioned something about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's a undercover project. You didn't hear about that game?
I played it. You've never played it?
What is great?
Hey, man,
I mean,
Great. His best
technically,
work.
you know, Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong Country 2 might as well have been Diddy Kong Country since Diddy was a star.
Yeah. I just saw a post today that apparently it's not called Diddy Kong's Quest. It's called Diddy Kong Quest.
No, it's.
There's like a dropped S that I've been saying.
I heard it's different in Power Regions too.
Mm.
Oh. Word. Okay, that might. Yeah, here it is. I swear all my life I've been calling this Diddy Kong's Quest. That's what I've been calling it. And it's called
Mhm.
Diddy's Kong Quest.
That's
Mm.
nice.
Wordplay.
Bars.
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 Diddy's Conquest? No, Diddy's Con.
We're over here for years. Yeah, it's gonna fuck him up forever.
Just picturing Cranky Kong now doing
Not Cranky Kong coming out of the little hut with the Birdman. Just,
Just slowly. Heard you need bananas.
where the Kongs at? Where's my boy? He
His
needs
lip.
saving. Did he get it? Go get his ass out that barrel.
This is the only Diddy we like.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh man.
You said it.
That's the thing.
You said the thing.
Remember to avoid the diddler at all costs.
The Diddler.
Oh no.
That Diddy is wholesome. The other one,
Oh no,
so much.
not the Batman villain. I hate that.
That's been my favorite thing, bro. Seeing Jim Carrey's Riddler poster from that movie, but they just
Oh,
put
the
Diddy's
Riddler?
face over it.
The internet is unmatched.
It's brutal, bro. It's absolutely brutal.
Without missing a beat. Oh, his mansion got raided. Next day, memes immediately.
If that fucking submarine with the rich guys taught us anything, is that too soon isn't soon enough.
Oh man.
It was like
At least for
the
incident.
question of too soon was thrown out the window when memes were made during the search. Like I'm certain when the asteroid comes, we will be memeing about the
Oh,
fucking
bro.
asteroid on the way. Like
100%.
it's our way to deal, right?
My immediate see, there's already a meme in circulation that like would fit that exact same thing. Justin, have you seen the FF7 logo? But it just says "Let's fucking go," and it's just the face on the meteor.
No. No, I have not.
That sounds
No, I have
amazing.
not. That sounds amazing.
But yeah,
I'll find it real quick.
Thank you.
If a meteor does start coming down, I'm cosplaying Final Fantasy. It's the only way. I'm going
It's
out.
the only way we'll live.
If I'm going out, and going out is one of my favorite characters. We're gonna make this a canon event.
Okay.
There we go. Let me go ahead, drop that there for y'all.
Speaking of canon event, we have officially passed the date where we were supposed to get the third Spider-Verse movie.
Oh yeah, right.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
But granted, we
Yeah.
just got the second one recent,
Yeah,
like not
yeah,
that long
It
ago.
feels really recent. Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels really recent.
Wasn't it like in June or something? I say this has almost been a year, right?
I think like
But
about a year.
the
Has
idea
it been
is
almost
because
no
they were
way.
treated,
Wow.
the way they were going to be treated is them coming out in a calendar year was supposed to make sense. It was like Matrix
Oh.
Reloaded and Revolution. Or
Right. I'm looking for
Revolution?
June 2nd.
June.
Came out June 2nd, 23.
Good God.
See, do you know why it's in my my mind space? Is because it
Yeah.
got added to Netflix in like what, October? It was either October or like New Year's, something like that.
Yeah.
Where like in recent time, where I'm just like and I still haven't fucking watched it.
I haven't
Man,
I haven't seen it yet?
either. No, I
please
haven't either.
watch.
I
that.
know.
Both of you watch
I
that
know.
movie. None of
I've
you.
got I got a
No.
Spider-Verse hot take.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Spider-Verse
Wait,
hot
wait,
take.
You have a
Watch that
Spider-Verse
movie.
hot take?
I do, but it won't make much sense because you haven't seen the second one, or have you seen the first
Everyone but me earmuffs.
Okay.
I'm getting my coffee.
Go ahead. I'll take my headphones off.
Alright, fine.
It's not spoiler. It's just I like the first one more. I just
Go
like
off.
the first one.
Okay, you
Oh,
just
that's
you
not
like the first
bad.
one worth? That's not.
Yeah,
that's
I
not
like-
a. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
It took me
Everyone I talk to is like the second one's so. I'm like, I like the first
I understand.
one.
They're both great. They're both,
Yeah, it's still
they're-
great.
they're
Still
both
thumbs
great.
up.
but the second one made me feel things.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to ever take like I always hate people like. No, you don't understand. You're too dumb to understand why you shouldn't like that movie. It's like get out of here, dude. Let people like what they want to like.
Ooh, scrub.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm
so
arguing.
the hot take was spoilers?
No, the hot
No
take wasn't
spoilers.
spoilers.
Oh, okay.
just
So what was the hot take?
The hot take
I
was
just
that he
like
likes.
the-
Yeah. Sorry.
The first
Go
one
ahead.
more. I thought the second one, like the animation. I think it's my old man coming through. There's so much fucking going on screen every frame. It was like so much sugar. Like I was like, calm down. And the
was.
other
It
one had
wa-
like a little bit more pace.
It was a lot, but also it's because that's kind of what they were going for, right? So,
Yeah.
Case in point, and they talk about this. And I fucking love listening to them talk about this because it just made me nerd out on a visual level, and it made me want to watch the movie again. How in the first movie, Miles is animated on every second frame, while others are animated for every frame, which
Right.
makes him look out of place.
Oh, are
For
we
this-
talking about the initial complaint I had before the first movie came out? I was like, why does this move weird?
Right.
Why does this move
So-
like this? And then I watched it and I was like, this is amazing.
So yeah, while Miles moves every 2 frames in the second
Uh-huh.
movie,
It's good, Brother Juan.
Hobie moves every 3 frames. So he looks
Cool.
super out of place.
Right. That's
And
that's
yeah.
so fun.
that's supposed
cool.
to be like represent him, being very anti-establishment.
Did after maybe I don't know. Thematically, I'm assuming after he like accepted and like really wanted like I'm Spider-Man. Like, did all of a sudden he start getting animated on ones, or is that too much into it?
No, he was still animated on 2s.
Still cool.
So,
Still
so
really
this was
cool.
like an intentional choice. Like they
Mhm.
wanted to make him seem out of place because of what he represents.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
that.
They did a bunch of cool shit with the movies.
Did with
Like
the
a
Blu-ray
bunch of, like,
release,
small bullshit.
with the Blu-ray release, did they release the different versions of the movie too?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
'cause
know.
It didn't have different endings,
They
right?
they not endings.
Oh.
They're
It's just there's different
specific-
themes.
Yeah.
very
Oh,
specific
okay.
edits, different scenes. Characters say different things during different
Mhm.
moments.
Do we know how many of those there were total? Did they ever announce?
I'm pretty sure there's a YouTube channel who's collected, but they're like definitely different variants. Like they had to re-release it at a certain point because certain audios were too low
Hmm.
during certain scenes. Like the voiceover was too low, voice dubbing, I should say.
Mhm.
and they had to re-release it with different, different mixing. But when they did that, they made some other choices as to like to put different lines in here. They also released different cuts depending on region, apparently.
That's what I heard
Huh.
about. Yeah.
So certain people in certain areas got a certain version. It was either region or theater. So it's like
Interesting.
AMC got a cut, Century got a cut, something like that.
Hmm. Huh.
Still holds no candle to what Clue did, the Clue movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was genius.
Clue's so good, dude.
The
I was
idea that like when they released in theaters, because Clue is what it is, the murder mystery, the whodunit. There were 3 different endings, and depending on where you saw the movie, you got a completely different ending with a completely different result. So when they released it on home video, they just released it with all 3 of the endings that played back to back.
Yeah. So good.
Justin, you just froze on the frame, and I'm like, oh, I'm glad it updated before I had a chance, because you had that look of kind of like slight lazy eye. It was bro, so I started laughing. Then as soon as it started, the frame updated, I was like, ooh, bro, I was about to.
I'm gonna get a coffee now with that face, Justin. Hey, why does doing this help?
I don't know. I think it's just it.
I think his
like,
refocus is
essentially
weird.
refocuses
Yeah.
the camera. Yeah.
Uh,
So essentially, whenever my camera like out focuses and refocuses it freezes the frame
I see.
for whatever god awful reason. But yeah.
Like,
I mean, I think it's more because of the fact that I essentially have 2 cameras plugged in, and so they're like fighting for domination.
That's what when I initially had my 2 cameras up, like when I first put those up, like it was weird, and I was like, I just won't. And now I don't know what OBS figured out, but now like if I can swap when I swap between, it doesn't explode and cry to itself. So
That's
oh,
nice.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
when initially I was just like,
I'm
oh, I
still
got
working on that
angles
part.
now. I got angles, and I tried it, and it's like, no, you don't. And I was like, oh, oh, but my
Yeah,
money I
I'm still
spent on
working.
this particular thing I'm trying to do.
Right?
We'll get there.
Yeah.
It's not right now though. When you plugged everything up, how
Uh,
dare?
Ha, look at you trying to do shit.
Right? Excuse the
Right.
fuck out of me. So
I mean, it definitely isn't horrible, but like it does have its little intermittent issues, but it's fine.
right. All right, gentlemen.
Yes,
Let's get ourselves prepped so you can get to y'all's wrestling,
Mike
and
check
Eric doesn't get beat up for us stealing his time away.
Oh.
Who's gonna beat him up? His puppy?
he's also gonna
Yeah.
go watch wrestling, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I've been converted.
Already?
Yeah.
He was like, "Doesn't take much. I'm here."
I just had to whisper sweet wrestling nothings into his ear.
We've been DMing on the side.
The boys tried to get me, but and they woulda too, if it wasn't for that lie. That
Yes.
lie.
I think yesterday's match, I gotta send you the entrance for Naomi and Bianca Belair and
Bro, I saw a clip of that fucking of that hair whip from that.
oh,
Bro, that was
Oh,
loud. That
Oh,
that
God.
that went whoosh. It was like, oh, that hurt.
She has a long ponytail braid that she uses as a whip.
Come on. That's
And it
fucking dumb, and I love it.
It actually,
It's anime, see?
it is an actual whip.
It is. She like
That's true. That is
she
anime
has
as
her
fuck.
shit like this. And
You guys watch Invincible at all? Anybody watch?
I need to
Yes.
watch this recent
Oh,
season.
one.
Isn't there like a lady with like a blade in her hair in that?
Yeah.
Was
Yep.
she in
So it is
season one?
animation.
Season 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
I'm like.
I know exactly what you're talking
I-
about.
I get a bit
Yep.
queasy when it comes to those type of animations. They're so gory. They're so
Oh.
gory.
You get
Yeah.
queasy.
Bro,
this-
hey, do you not remember? Do you not
Absolutely.
remember how shook I was after like episode? I think it was like 2 or 3.
One.
Bro, I was shooken.
Episode one,
like
starting
one
scenes.
core. One?
Oh, that was one.
Yeah.
Oh,
One.
well,
The end of
I did
episode
it.
1.
Oh, it
Bro,
was the
that-
end of episode
that
one.
shit,
It's
that
at the
shit
end of
wrecked
episode
me
one.
because it like
Oh.
I don't know what happened, but when I saw the scene, my mental imagery of potentially like putting myself in that position to where my mind slows everything down to like an eternity.
Just like the boys.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
and
that's
and like you're slowly getting your head crushed for it. My God, nah. I finished it though. I did, but it was very difficult.
Nothing
It was very difficult.
I saw a meme. I keep seeing this meme, but I saw it again earlier today, and I love it. It's my favorite Invincible meme. You know, the one of Omni-Man beating the shit out of his son.
That's
It's
always
like,
the one
think!
I see.
Right? But this
That's
one, he
hilarious.
was all like, ass or tits? And Mark's like, feet. He's like, ah! And he starts beating his face.
You're not my son. You're not my boy. It's not. Yeah.
Just
What a
the
choice.
whimpering.
If it makes you feel any better, Justin, Invincible isn't real. Fuck you, Jawan. I know it's not real.
If it makes you feel any better, friend.
I also saw one. It was a clip, of just him in college being yelled at by somebody, by his friend. And the guy goes, "You're a dick, Grayson," and then turns around and he's Nightwing.
Hey.
Boo.
Boo.
Turns around.
Hey.
That's my name. Don't wear it out. Fucking backflips away.
Grapple
yeah.
hooks.
But my overall favorite thing about the show, before we get started, is the fact that fucking Reginald Vell Johnson is just the high school is Reginald Vell
Oh.
Johnson High School.
Yeah.
And the principal was actually Reginald Vell Johnson. That's
Yeah.
Carl Winslow.
yeah.
And
He's-
he was
he's my idol.
he was Principal Winslow in the fucking show.
So good.
I
Like-
did not know that.
Why it's just randomly showing love to this man.
He deserves it. He deserves every second. of it.
Facts.
All right, Cameron, countdown, brother. Time for the actual things to grill Eric on his lovely little game that he's working on. And just
Stick him
my.
up, run the
Oh my.
games.
stick him up, run the games. The last time we had a dev with a pretty little game, we still waiting on it. I'm looking at you, dog.
Gulp.
Even though Darren used to tell me, "Hey, leave him alone."
Yeah, it's been 4 years. Shut up. It's okay. The waiting period has now passed, and now I'm like, where's my game?
Ah, the latest build of this demo is great. Wish I could play more.
Don't know her. Don't know. We got this man right here. Be like, so Eric, how's the progress going? I know all this shit is probably turning your hair gray slowly but surely, but where's my
Friends
game,
like
bro?
these, right?
Where's my quote unquote whack ass indie game? Where is it? Where is my game?
I want it.
I want it. I need that.
Needs it.
I need.
I need that. All right, gentlemen, we ready?
Yes.
Everybody sound check, good to go.
I saw.
Yeah.
Oi, oi.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome everybody to episode 174 of the Rusty Rupees podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Darren, and with me I have the boys Justin,
Well, that's good, y'all.
Deontay,
Invincible isn't real.
and Cameron.
Hello.
And joining us today, we have lovely guest, friend of the show, indie developer, and all-around pretty cool guy. We've got the Matt Black himself, Eric Manahan. How you doing, man? What's up, bro?
What's good,
I'm
man?
good. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you so much for having me here, you guys.
Thank you for
It's,
joining us, bro.
Thank you for coming, man.
My
It's been
pleasure.
it's been an eternity.
I know. When was the mix? What was that?
That
like?
was back in September.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus. Time has become this like amorphous illusion. I can't.
Seriously.
bro.
So really-
It's ridiculous. Like that was PAX West. PAX East has come and gone now, and we're a couple
Yep.
weeks out from that. And it was so good seeing you. You suck, Cameron.
Yep.
It's just because it was the running joke. It was the running joke. So we have to say
I
the
know,
shit.
you had to be there, literally.
Literally. But
Right.
but Eric, thank you for joining us, sir. And just as a brief introduction, who are you? What do you do? And why are you here? Go on, explain. Yeah. I just grabbed you and said, "Come on." So I don't know what you do. So
I woke up in like a giant net and was dragged here.
Yes.
that's next time.
I am Eric. I am making a game. It's fun, and people seem to be responding to it. So I think that's cool. And now I'm here.
Well,
Oh yeah, I
yes,
guess the
yes.
game's called Lucid.
Yes.
the name of said game.
I've like turned off marketing mode, and I have to like turn to like rev it back.
Honestly, bro, I get it.
That's
Bless
fair.
your bless
Yeah,
your
I'm
heart.
about
You've
to
been in
say,
work
that's
mode.
fair.
Hey,
It's-
it's perfect, man.
It's the world's first Celesteoidvania. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a Metroidvania meets Celeste. It's pixel art, and it's pretty, and it's fun, and it's fluid, and you should go check it out. No, you should wishlist it. That's what you should.
That's
That's
right.
what it
You
is.
should
Wishlist
definitely
the
wish
game.
list.
Yeah.
And I
We'll
will
put the
be,
link in chat.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put that link in chat for all y'all out there live.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
But no, overall though, friendo, like Lucid is amazing. We'll ask several questions as we go along this, but when we met you back in Seattle for PAX West, Cam was really the only one who had a chance to really go over, talk to you, and try out the demo and everything like that. And like throughout the night, we're all moving around, checking out other stuff, talking to people, and then by the end of the night, Cam comes down, dog.
I know, for real.
You need
Just
to come
like
upstairs.
that, too.
He was just like, there's this game, Lucid. It's good and all, but bro, Eric, I love this man. He's my new best friend. You guys need to come up here now.
Yeah, man's. I think I was already upstairs in line with a drink ticket, and Cameron's all like, "Oh, what's up? You waiting for a drink? See, I just played this game, right?" Cam's really excited. It's called Lucid. Talk to the guy. He's super cool.
Me and Cam were just like shooting the shit. I remember because there was like a little bit of a there was a little bit of a crowd in front. Yeah, me and you were just kind of like chilling on the edge, just like
Yep.
shooting the shit for like a long ass time.
A long time. I didn't really play anything else that night, to be honest. Like, I mean, I played a couple games before you, but I didn't play anything after you. And I came over there because Finn, my Finny bear, was playing, and so I came to talk to Finn, and he told me, hey, you should check this out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna hang around.
Do you know what? I think I remember Finn coming downstairs and telling me about it too before you had mentioned. Be like, have you tried Lucid, bro?
Shout out to Finn.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Finn.
Shout out.
My introduction was definitely Cam. Like Cam literally came up to me and was like, "Hey man, upstairs now, Lucid, go."
I was out there working for you, Eric.
Yeah, dude, much appreciated. Just shilling it for me. I love it.
Nah,
Lucid,
that's
new
how you
hot-
can tell Mans was a believer. He was genuinely like, even when we did our recap and we were talking about games later, that was one game that really stood out for us. Specifically Cameron. That was his pretty much game of show.
Thank you.
So-
man. Appreciate
For
it.
sure. Thank you. So
And oh, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna thank you for that really lovely recap or like sum up video you made.
Of course,
That
of
was
course.
awesome.
When you're passionate about something, you want to share your passion with everybody else, and so I feel like that video sort of just made itself. So thank you. I was
Right.
gonna say, so I know your story because we talked extensively that night, but everybody else doesn't. So this is your first game, right?
Yes.
Tell everybody where you came from, because I think people will be shocked to know.
I love
like,
this
where you
story.
came from and how you got into making a video game of all things.
Yeah, man. I guess like where to begin. I come from an architectural background. I went to school to become an architect. I ended up becoming an architect for like 10, working as one for like 10 plus years. and it I don't know, it just kind of sucked. It sucked so hard. I don't know, the architecture as like an art form, and I love it. Really expands the way I thought of things, approach design, yada yada yada. But like in practice, especially dealing with the clientele and the offices I had to deal with, it was just a special ilk of people that it was like oil and water. It just
Mm-hmm.
I tried so hard to like get along and fit in, and it was just not.
If yeah, I
uh,
get it.
it- That's a whole other thing. But so I was doing that, and as like a hobby, I was just like, I need to start doing pixel art and game maker. Did that for a long ass time, and eventually I learned it. What's it? Unity. Remade it in Unity. Started picking up, and then I got approached by some publishers. Signed with a publisher, and the Mrs. Una, she's making some of the music in the game. She
Hey.
gave me,
Oh,
yeah,
no way.
yeah. Not only did she give me the go ahead, but she gave me like the like very like you need to take this shot, like go for it. So I did, and now we're here.
Wow. So when
That's
when I
dope.
met you, had you already been picked up by Apogee or not yet?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
They're
okay.
the
Mhm.
they're the ones that
Oh,
flew me
okay.
out there.
Okay,
Oh,
gotcha,
nice.
gotcha.
Oh, nice.
Because it's like I think once I started looking back at some of your stuff, like going back to the Kickstarter page, because like after we came back, I was already gassing Lucid. I was gassing Lucid up beforehand, like showing my coworkers, and be like, "Hey, there's a Kickstarter going on. Give this man $10 or whatever, because
I
it's
love
worth
it.
it." But I think after the initial trailer, I like peeped the Apogee logo, and I was just like, I didn't know he was already with the. Okay, cool. But so it was just overall nice seeing, because when we met you at PAX West, that was your first time like going out showing it in general, right?
Yeah. It was. All before then, it was always like backroom, secret, hush hush kind of stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
press events, and it was always me on the sticks.
Right.
Like I was
More
like
showing it
afraid.
off.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was like, if you breathe on this wrong, it's gonna break. So, so I was like, I will touch it. But then yeah,
So I would touch it.
that was the first time, and it yeah, Cam, I can't wait for you, Cam, to play the latest build because, like everyone said, you're the only one that kind of like played the old build. I'm
Right.
excited to see, I guess. You know how like if you watch something forever, like if you're watching like your dog or a kid or something, like
You don't
you
see
don't
it
see it
grow.
growing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm interested for you to see like the snapshot, and because I can't
Mm,
tell what it looked like when you played. So
right.
I'm looking forward to that.
I'm
I will
excited to play,
say,
man.
as far as the updated demo that we had tried out when we were there, like once again, that was my first time getting hands on to it, and man, like boys already know I'm super into Metroidvanias. Between stuff like Blasphemous, is Castlevania, Metroid, like all the good ones that have been coming out, like been playing through like Ender Magnolia, and then Biomorph just came out too, so going through that, and
Oh
that was
yeah,
another one.
congrats. Another Lucid Dream Studio.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
I
Yeah.
saw
yes.
that. I saw that. That's who they were by. I'm like,
Yeah.
Uh
oh.
huh. And
Bio
if
and Biomorph was cool.
and if you haven't
Yeah,
already
yeah.
listened to it, there's an interview by looking up Rusty Rupees on any of your podcast services. We have an interview for them, so haha, check that out. Plug. Um, but motion in a Metroidvania game, it's about the motion and it's about level design. And so far, just even with the little pocket-sized demo that you put together, like, bro, it is one of the smoothest games I've played in a
Yes.
long time.
Love it.
And the steady momentum that you're able to keep, and you saw how I was playing, and I was just like, okay, here and there I was kind of it took a little bit, but once I got into the rhythm of things and just kept attacking,
Yeah.
dash, I'm like, this consistent perpetual movements makes this work, makes this good.
Yes.
And I feel like your architectural background with level design in general, I'm like, oh, okay, you have the skills and knowledge to kind of make that
Right.
world something that is very
Yeah.
interlooping. So
Thanks,
it was
man.
good to play.
I still
Uh,
haven't played it yet, and it makes me sad.
I know. I mean, it's coming legit. Like I was working before we met up. I was working on it, and like I'm looking at my to-do list, and it's like it's so close to being ready to ship the that Kickstarter alpha build. So
Okay,
we'll,
dope.
you guys can play real soon.
Mm.
dope. What did
Oh, baby.
you from that first time showing the game at the mix? What were you able to learn from getting the game in the hands of people for the
Good
first time?
question.
That is good. I wish. So, alluding to kind of what I was like, I can't remember. I can't remember. I know I brought back like a bunch of stuff, like little things like oh, they're having trouble here. Basically, seeing where there would be like, I like to think of like Jesus. I used to have a music background as well. I used to like produce music, do a lot of EQing and mixing and producing, and so I use envelopes and like waveforms and things like that are graphs that I see a lot, and I like to think of difficulty as like a graph similar to that. And I want it obviously you want a nice smooth and starts here, then a little pickup and a little bit of friction. But if there's anything that's getting like choppy and the waveform gets all fucked up, like I can feel that pacing get a little wonky,
Mm-hmm.
I'll address it, and then I do it, and I let people play that after I address it, and as soon if it just stays a nice gradual smooth arc until it's that, I'll keep tweaking. And I noticed that was something in that build you had played. There were a few moments that they're having trouble with this jump. Is it because it's too hard? Did I not explain it well enough? Do they need more time doing easier stuff beforehand? Do I have to expand it? Should I compress it? Uh, yeah, a lot of like very toffee, a lot of
How,
push
how,
and pull.
how do you differentiate that based off of player skill level?
Good
That's
question.
really difficult. Uh, it's kind of on a gut basis.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm lucky enough to have a kind of a spectrum of skill levels between me, some friends who are playing it, and then even Una, who's so. I mean, self-admittedly, she's not a gamer. So you hand her the controller, and it'll just be like, click, 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 click. I'm like, awesome. And
That's a
somehow
good base point. Yeah, it's a
it's
good base
amazing.
point. Yeah.
She finds bugs that I was like, so why are you pressing all the buttons? Why? Why not? And I'm like, well, because you just found like 7 bugs. And it pisses me off.
But honestly, thank you, I guess, because now if
Right,
somebody
yeah,
pushes all
right,
the
that
buttons,
makes
I
sense.
know it will
Yeah, yeah.
explode. Cool.
Every time I'm like, here you go. But so it's her, and then some intermediates, and basically like, all right, if guy A can beat this, it's like medium. If girl 2 can beat this, advanced. If I can beat it, it's like really hard. But if I can't beat it, I'm like, all right, this needs to tone the fuck
Got it.
down.
Right.
That's
Interesting. Okay.
kind of.
So the story in Lucid is pretty out there. Where did you get the idea of this story from? Like I know where the game draws influences from, in terms of like the play style, the art style, but the story, like where did you get this idea?
That's good. God damn it, guys! Like, I've been this close to making the game, and I have to like I haven't done this in a while, and I have to like remember like why did I do all these are great questions. So the story is definitely like an amalgamation of just everything I've kind of loved growing up. Like there's little bits of Dragon Ball in there. There's some Dragon Ball Z. There's Final Fantasy. There's Metroid. There's Avatar. And it's just like tiny little. I mean, there's Star Wars in it. And it's just kind of like all fit together into this story that is influenced by almost at the same time game mechanics and things that I know I want to include in the game with the gameplay. Then, for example, like okay, I need a spear. There's a spear that goes up and down, and I need a very vertical level. And then I think like, what would be a cool vertical challenge? And I'm like, all right, well, it's too obvious to make like a sky thing. Like it's just that obvious. I'm like, all right, well, what if we go the opposite way? So I went into the earth and I made there's basically a giant. It's called Well Town, and it's like a town completely. Um, the entire industry is about like this hot spring that's accessed by this giant well. So it's this giant shaft, and that's really what the vertical level is. And I don't know. So it's like both gameplay and then also story, and then also just kind of like images in my head, and then also a little bit of sacred geometry. I'm big into geometry, and I bought some sacred geometry books and like what they mean and like the woo woo kind of stuff behind it, and then I just kind of painted on crystal lore onto it. But I don't know, man. It's just like tons of little strings all threaded together.
That's cool. So are you like literally like like writing this story as you're building the game, or did you have the story all written out already before you even started?
I would say it's definitely. I have like the big hallmark, like the checkpoints all done, like big moments. I know like this happens, this happens because of this, and all those. And then the in between, it's kind of like I always liken it to sketching a paint or doing a painting, where like you sketch out, or how I do it. I sketch out the thing, and then all right, I got my framing, and then when I'm putting in the colors, like you don't plan out every brush stroke, you know.
Right.
Right.
But you just kind of go with it, and that's sort of like the in between. Those are the paintbrushes, but the sketch is totally solid.
That was a sexy way of describing all that, Eric. I just want to let you
It
know.
really was.
That was a sexy way of describing all that.
Baby.
I'm just like that. Those are some words, bro. That was a very eloquent way of putting that. Honestly.
You flatter me, good sir.
Hey man, no, you flatter yourself. We just here to gas you up on these amazing things that you're working on.
Was there any inspiration behind the character design, or was it something that was kind of Celeste based?
So, man, that's another good one. These are old. So, it's like
Eric,
started...
go here.
Doing the that Matrix.
Don't you dodge my question.
So Lucid started as like a little. Actually, hold on. Hold on. It's right here. Please be right here.
In the little black book.
I got a little black book. Yeah, here it is.
We got behind the
Black?
scenes
So this right here was like the first sketch of.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
That's him, and you can tell he was like in a little architecture book, and
wow.
That's
so-
so cool.
like he was 2013. It was a long ass time ago, and it was just kind of like I wanted a kind of chunky, top-heavy dude, and like stubby little legs. So he had like hefty weight to him, and that was kind of like the baseline. And then I threw on the jacket, and the jacket was for secondary motion. I know that secondary motion kind of helps sell impact and movement and like I don't know, animations in general. So I was like, all right, it needs something that can, I don't know, ripple in the wind. So I went with that. I just kind of and then I only had a pink and a blue highlighter, so that's what I colored him in with, and that's how the color stuck.
Wow.
I like that. That's
That's
cool.
like some of the best, most iconic character colors came from necessity. Like Kirby was supposed to be yellow, apparently.
Yeah, or white or gray.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know what you're
The box art was white, but the original plan was yellow.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Super Saiyan got his hair just because they didn't want to color in.
Yeah. Wasn't it because like white was? Oh no, I read that the aura, you know, when they're like,
So
oh,
his hair was just supposed to go up, and they were still going to color in black, but they're like, "What if we don't?"
yeah.
What? So it's white. So essentially, it's white, not yellow. It's white.
This is showing a change. His hair's up, and then now he lost the color in his hair, and then we just got the yellow
Now we can
translation
animate
later.
faster.
Yeah, and in the animation, the inking of the animation, apparently yellow is cheaper than white pigment, and that's why they made it yellow and not white.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that until like I watched a YouTube, I don't know, like a month or two ago. But yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool.
It's behind the scenes shit.
Right, bro?
So,
But,
question. So I know
Yeah.
like Deontay is big into like Mario Maker and stuff like that. Have you ever been on there as far as like little template designs for stuff like that?
oh, like have I
Mhm.
gone on there and researched?
Maybe.
No, I personally have not. I don't own Mario Maker, but I definitely like watching people like Kaizo it up or.
Oh God,
my
yeah.
gosh.
We
Mhm.
can we just take a little sidebar and talk about that because I'm a bit of a nerd on the same thing. Who are some people you watch, if you can name anybody?
What his name is? Some with like raised, some with an R. But he's got like a
Ryukar?
big beard. Yes, is that the guy with the big beard?
Yeah,
And he's
he's
always wearing like a fitted.
yeah, he's from the Bay Area as well.
Oh no shit!
Oh,
I
no
didn't
way.
know that.
Yeah.
I watched him a whole bunch, and then back in the day, I think he was more of a maker than a player. But I watched Ross, Rubber Band Ross.
Mhm.
He was doing making stuff, but I don't know much by name to be honest. But I'll watch it and I'll be like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Again, I don't know if I said it, so maybe not again. But it's kind of like when I'm making lucid levels, there's a flow, and if I'll watch levels made, and you can clearly see there's like a invisible
Mhm.
flow,
Yeah.
and watching like pacing, and then it's almost like an instrument where like there's this 4/4 4/4, then there's like triplets and eights, and like watching some of the
Yes.
levels play out, like I'll see rhythms, and then I'll kind of like try to keep those cadences and replicate them in some lucid levels.
That's amazing. That's kind of what I was gonna ask for my next question.
Oh no
Being that
shit!
you watch being that you watch people like Ryukar, or I was gonna bring up Grand Pooh Bear is another good one.
That name
Um,
sounds familiar.
yeah, he actually has a lot of Kaizo games made for him. So there will be like a Grand Pooh Bear Kaizo Mario or something like that.
What's Kaizo, by the way, just to give me some reference?
Stupid hard Mario.
So
Okay.
Chaotic
basically,
Mario.
it came from someone in Japan was making Mario levels for their friend, like hacked
ROM
Mario
hack?
levels for their friends. Yeah, ROM hacks for their friends.
Okay.
They were super hard, and someone in America got their hands on one of the files and could not read what it said and just saw that the first word said Kaizo. So that's why we call them all Kaizo levels.
Okay.
Damn.
Right.
Lore.
Right. So, and this brings me to my third question. Since you are a fan of this and have seen the way the flow has affected Kaizo and the way players adapt to that, and are taking that into your own game, are you interested in, or do you have plans for, like a possible in-game higher skilled Kaizo-esque type adventure for players like these to get their hands, on getting moist to it?
Yes. I think the answer is yes. I think a part of the Kickstarter, there's a Coliseum.
Mhm.
Shit, you know
Yeah,
what?
think
I haven't
so,
looked at it in a while.
Yeah.
I'm
There's-
pulling up the Kickstarter right now.
Thank you. I think we unlocked the like the Sentinel Trials. I think is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what that's going to be, where it's like late game, and it's kind of like the Secret Star Road in Super Mario on the SNES. It's going to be
Mhm.
very akin to that, where like this is dummy hard, and it's for all you guys who are just like, I need
like
more, and
pain.
I hate, yeah, like I hate myself, so I'm gonna.
Or the
Yeah.
masochistic.
I like pain.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, the
So,
game
yeah, that's
plays
definitely-
beautifully already, and I could just imagine seeing what a high skilled player would do with that in their hands.
Me too. Like I've been joking around. It's a joke, but I'm like, for the foreseeable future, I am the best Lucid player on the planet right now.
I would hope so.
Which is, yeah, I know, but just for this small moment in time, I am the best Lucid player that's ever lived, and
As
it's
soon as
gonna
it hits the
it's
shelves.
it's
Until
gonna go.
some cracked
As soon as it hits the
14-year-old gets
shelves.
his sweaty
Exactly.
palms on your
I
game.
need to bask in the glory while I can.
Right.
So I'm so looking forward to.
You got
like,
24
just-
hours, my guy.
I
As
forget-
soon as it drops, you got
I was
24
literally,
hours.
I was just watching something the other day, and I can't remember what, but it's one of those, like, as a developer, I'm sure, like, you guys painstakingly make sure this stuff works. But the moment that it releases, it's in the hand of players. Everything you knew is out the window because everybody's about to do some weird stuff to break your game.
Yep.
And I know you're still in early stages, and even now, like you said, when your wife's playing, other people's playing, and you see things that we don't clearly, and seeing how things can break, or it's like that's not supposed to work that way. Like, how's your bug fixing flow as of right now for when you see stuff?
It's pretty strong. not gonna lie, I've been picking up some more and more like little tricks and shortcuts into like knowing like, all right, I almost know exactly why it's doing that, and then even if I don't, I can reverse engineer it like pretty quickly. Um, I haven't gotten stuck on a bug like really like, oh my god, I'm not able to do this kind of feeling in a long time, which is nice because
Mhm.
that feeling sucks, man. When you run into a bug like this is the one where everyone knows I'm a hack fraud. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to be able to deliver this game. And every time I go to Una and like I start rattling that out, and she just doesn't even look at me. She's like, "You're gonna figure it out." I'm like, "No, this is the one." She's like, "You're gonna figure it out." Then the
This is
next
the
day,
one.
she's like, "Did you figure it out?" I'm like kicking dirt.
Figured
Figured
it out.
it out.
Yeah.
You're a smart cookie, that's why.
I figured it out. But yeah, bug flow is pretty good. And I was definitely helped by shout outs to Mason. He is a coding warlock wizard. Just working with him, he's showed me like little tips and like using editor, whatever. He's really helped a lot. I mean, excel.
Okay, is he wizard or a warlock? Because warlock is evil.
Fuck the nerd.
I'm gonna let him answer that. So,
Alright.
so whatever he whatever his preference.
He's both. It just depends on the day.
Yeah. To me, I guess a wizard.
Oh, okay.
Since you are building the game in Unity, remember when a while back all that mess with Unity happened?
Ooh, yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of that too earlier.
Did that affect you at all?
Oh yeah.
Did it affect me? I remember where I was. I was laying on my old apartment. I was laying on the couch. It was like 2 in the morning. After a long day of work, I'm really tired. And I'm laying down. I'm doing my phone shit, and I just see some articles. And I was like, "What?" And I'm like reading into the article, and I was like, "What?"
I feel that happened when the Kickstarter was going on, right?
It was like a week before the Kickstarter was about to go, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why?" Of course, and then I mean, Una has a joke that I have like just terrible luck, and to add to this small anecdote is, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back I dropped the I've been working for 6 months on this Kickstarter like release trailer, like the announcement trailer.
Yeah.
I spent so much time getting it ready and like messaging like, hey, would you be able to like help out, like spread the word, huge like coordination, like, all right, this is it. I drop it, and you want to know what day it dropped? Do you remember when Twitter went out for 1 day?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's the day. I was like, what did I do in a past life? I don't. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, you were not joking about having bad luck,
Bro.
Yeah,
Oh my boy.
yeah, I
I'm
felt,
so
I
sad.
felt it. I
Everything
felt
was
it.
broken. Yeah, everything was fun and broken that day, for sure.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, I got so many messages like, Twitter's like down right now, right? And I'm like, yeah, thanks. I'm well aware.
Right.
I'm aware.
Right.
I know.
I know.
That's one of the ones
Thanks,
where you hear to thank you.
the.
Thanks for letting me know.
Oh man, but yes, the Unity thing, it definitely, absolutely. I was messaging, I was talking to Mason, and I was like, dude, like, what would it take to, like, we had to like migrate to, I don't know, any other engine, and he just was just like, you're too in, like you, like, no, it's just no, and I was like, fuck. So I was sweating bullets. I'm very happy. Luckily, I'm using like an older version, or like an old 2021, I forget what year, but essentially I'm like grandfathered in, and as soon as if I started using the newer ones, they're saying for now that they're
Yeah,
respecting.
after they updated everything, they kind of like, okay, if you've already been using it, here's your
Right.
guys' preset, and then anybody
Yeah.
afterwards, here's the preset rules for this. Okay, okay.
Right. Whatever you agreed to, whatever I forget what the term is, whatever you signed up for, like,
Stipulations.
those are the rules. Thank you. Yeah, those are what apply to you. So as long as I don't upgrade to a newer one, should be gravy, baby. So,
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was their way of saying, please don't burn us down.
Right.
Because ooh wee, man, they were that was a
yikes.
time.
Big yikes.
Yeah, they were public enemy number
That was
one.
a whole week, bro. That was a week of everybody going, "What do you mean?"
Yeah, I just can't believe that got out of the door. It's just like, did nobody? And apparently everyone was like, everyone that knew anything were like, don't do, please don't do this. But the higher ups were like, we're gonna do this.
Because
No,
I
we're gonna
believe
do it. It'll
this,
be fine.
yeah, the CEO was a previous higher up from EA and was
EA.
like one of the guys that was just like, they should be paying for everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
yeah, that was gnarly.
glad they walked back a lot on that though.
Yeah, and I'm glad you didn't get affected too much.
Yeah, yeah, me too, man. I was sweating.
I just think it's hilarious that they are like free. The fuck is that?
Yeah. What?
How dare?
I mean, the only thing I could think of was that Darth Vader quote, like, "I have altered the agreement."
You can't do that.
Yeah, you can't be Darth Vader. Like, come on.
No, with that
Like,
attitude.
Dude.
watch me try. I don't know.
Hey man, that man has the power of the dark side on his side, so he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Right. So,
Die.
bringing it back to this recent PAX East, shout out to a lot of the homies, but you got a lot of Best in Show awards, right?
Oh, I was so thankful and surprised and flattered and like, what the. I saw him like come into the suite and I was like, guys, what are y'all doing here? Why are y'all standing in a line? Why are we being filmed? What's going on?
Shoot, when we walked up, it was just like, hey, set some camera. Hi, Eric. But let me
I
see.
keep coming back to the fact that this is your first game as well. It blows my mind, bro.
Oh, thanks,
Blows
man.
my mind.
Well, I mean, what do we got? Like 30 maybe 28, almost 30 years of just like playing games experience. Like, I don't know. Like, I keep hearing like Lucid feels good. Like, that's awesome. That's what I wanted. But like, I would never want to release something that I'm playing and like, this doesn't feel good.
Right.
Play this. Like,
Right.
I've been playing games for too long to know like this doesn't feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think it's from playing. Just I play so many fucking platformers. Like that's my jam.
The fact that you do and you're able, like I said, just from the few demos that you put out, the one that I've played, the one that Cameron played, which was the early one, the fact that, once again, this is your first game and it feels so fucking good, bro. It feels so good. Like, same thing. We played plenty of platformers, plenty of Metroidvanias over time, and you, like, we know everybody puts their heart and souls into these games. But,
Yes.
to be fair, not all of them come out feeling the best, optimized or whatever. And so for the fact that this little vertical slice of a demo that you're putting out, and I'm just like, bro, bro, it shouldn't be this good. It shouldn't feel this good. I'm gonna put it that way. It shouldn't feel as good as it does right now. Like, I don't have critiques of your stuff right now, and I'll just put it that way.
It feels good is a bit of an understatement.
Honestly.
You know what I mean? This
Absolutely.
feels like a product from a company we already trusted.
Ugh, thanks, man. I don't know what to say. Like, it really means the world because it's from square one. I was like, all right, Mega Man X. I mean, I watched like everybody and their mother watched that sequelitis, the Mega Man from Ego
Good
Raptor.
times. Yep.
Huge, and that was a really big influence on like. All right, I'm looking at like I love Mega Man, and like I forgot like it's a beautiful template. Like anybody who wants to be a game designer or like a developer needs to play Mega Man X, and you need to play it until you love it and understand why. Because if you don't understand what good games are. It is
That sequelitis was so good, bro. It broke down
so
so much
good.
on why the first level is one of the best levels ever.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that was like a foundational like brick in the like a mortar brick in my wall of game design. Like it, everything's kind of stemmed from that. And yeah, like it's got to feel tight, man. I think I said, I'm not sure if I said it to you guys, but it was around the 2017, whenever Mario Odyssey came out, and
2017,
the first and Spider-Man for PlayStation came out.
2018 on that one, yeah.
right around then is when it clicked in my brain that I was like, yo, traversal has to be just, if not more fun than the combat. Because in between all the moments you're doing things,
Absolutely.
you're not doing something, you're leaving so much money on the table. Like,
100%.
like have fun moving around. That's like you're doing it all the time. If you're not, like, yeah. So that was huge.
Absolutely. Like, and
These
it's
characters, man.
it's crazy that you bring up Spider-Man, because as we've talked about it over the years, like between Miles, Spider-Man 2, and just even the first one, like you said, traversal has to be a companion piece to everything else you're doing, because if you're traveling around and it's boring and you're just like you're waiting for something to happen, and Spider-Man, it feels good. Everything feels fluid, and then crime, and you just swing away. And it's just like, like you're like, is that crime? And you want to go traverse over to there, do things. And then as soon as you're done, cool, I'm whipping away again. It's like whatever. So
Yeah. You also are then given these opportunities to make moments of like an entrance. Like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna do the fucking slingshot.
it's
thing.
Spider-Man, bitch.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna do like a fist slam. And it's
Yeah.
just like if you just like, I'm
landing
here
on
now.
that bitch right there.
Yeah, like all those decisions. I mean, I'm also big like give the player choice and decisions to make. Like that's what a game at the fundamental building block is choice.
Yeah.
So if you take choice away, you're restricting the fun. So give them choice and yeah, like give them that moment. Like I'm gonna step in. Like I'm making that hero moment. Yeah, I don't like games that just like have a cutscene and then you're in the fight. I'm like lame.
I get it. I get it. Some things it's just like why. Okay, critique on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth right now. Some things don't need a cutscene. Some things it's just like why is there a cutscene to transition into this? Looks at Shenmue 3,
Yeah.
Cameron. Let's take a step, and here's this 5 to 10 second cutscene every time I take a step off this ledge.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I should put a giant asterisk on my fucking soapbox here. It's like I'm talking like every genre. Like these are not like a broad, very much action, but like there's some games that don't. General statements, okay? I'm just like prepping for the internet. Be like, what about this game? I'm like, yes, not that game. Okay? You're right, right? Not everything falls under everything.
Nah, stand 10 toes down. Yeah, fuck that one too.
I was talking
You're
my
wrong.
shit. You make a game, okay?
Right.
You make a game. You do it better than me, okay?
You go have your heart broke by Unity.
Almost.
And Twitter.
All right, almost.
Oh, but look, so I brought up some of your best of shows. So once again, shout out to the homies. Shout out to 61ND, Pass the Controller, the homie Finny Bear, love him. Fun and Games podcast. So you got high praise from Digital Trends, all that, bro. Yeah, you was getting all the love. Like when we got that
No.
Kickstarter email, I was just like, look at all the friends that are giving this man all the just awards.
I still can't believe it. I mean, I'm gonna name drop because I can.
Do
But
it.
IGN, fucking the #1 gamer show on IGN. I like melted, dude.
Man.
Bro.
I mean,
I mean,
they're
I'm
all right. You're already on the best gaming podcast there is.
Right.
But, you know, IGN is pretty cool.
And I want to say shout out to Will. I want to say that was from Will who was there on the scene. So shout out to the
Will.
homie Will. I'm pretty sure. But
Will's fantastic. Yeah, he was another dude that we were. It was one of the, like we sat down and we were talking and we started like, when games do this, like yeah, and they should do this, yeah, and they should also. It was just like complete like brain sync. It was really cool talking to Will, but yeah, all that's like you said, dude. All that's pales in comparison to being on the #1
that's right.
shiny rupee.
You
Hey
know,
man, hey,
you know.
don't get it twisted. I was bragging to people. I was like, hey yo, Eric, Lucid,
So-
he calls us his rupees.
Yeah, he's been saying since we've gotten back. Since we've gotten back.
Understand.
Yeah,
Understand his rupees. All right.
I
That
will
warmed
say,
his heart.
if I'm like, let's say I'm in Hyrule, right, and I need like to buy a heart container, and I only had you 4 rupees left, I wouldn't spend you. You'd stay in my wallet for the rest of the game. You'd be those.
My
That's-
heart.
That's beautiful. Nobody's
Hey,
ever said
hey,
any shit
hey,
like that
yo.
to me before.
Hey, yo.
yo, I
get
don't,
it
I don't
on
know
a
if you can
card or
tell. I'm
something?
like constantly trying to shift. Like the sun is beaming.
Bro, I've noticed. I've been noticing
And
it.
I'm like, I've been just slowly doing this.
You are bathed. You are the one bathed in light, brother.
Right.
Don't run from it. Accept it.
Embrace the God rays.
Accept
your
your
God's
holy.
blessing.
Our homie Juwan in chat, he's like, to me, my rupees. And also, any percentage no hit Lucid runs coming at you. Absolutely. You know that's got to go crazy.
Oh my god,
Oh,
those are gonna go
hey,
fucking insane.
oh, if you're gonna be on GD, if your game is going to be on GDQ, oh man,
Bro,
man.
I can't wait for someone to no hit run Lucid, like time any percent run. Please spank, like bend Lucid over your knee and just spank it all day. I want to see it happen so bad.
Until you get invited to one of those devs react things on IGN and somebody beats the game
right.
in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah, right.
What was it? I think it was Red Dead, right? That where the devs were just like, we didn't like watching this.
Oh, because they beat it in like what 20 minutes.
20 minutes or something like that. They're like, don't like
Yeah,
that.
this is some weird-
Don't like that one bit. We
So
spent
you're gonna
years.
find somebody like just run like the opposite direction in the level.
Right, the game's
and
about to start,
bash
they're gonna
into
go
a wall
left.
12 times, and then the credits are gonna roll, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah,
what
see,
the fuck?
That is something I will admittedly say. I want to see someone. I hope I can make the game in such a way that they have to play it somewhat intensely. The moment they start like screen like out of bounding and doing stuff, and I'll be like, well, I did this to myself.
I mean, technically, those Mario levels did have it where, like, if you got to like the very top, you were able to just kind of
Yeah.
jump over and skip everything. Like,
Yup,
Mhm.
yup.
Like there are some that was designed like that. and then some
Intentional,
that
others that
wasn't.
are just
right.
just like
Others
that
are
that
like just-
that you broke the game and it's working for you. Good for you,
But
bro.
it's still fun. I've seen those Legend of Ocarina of Time. Like they're just like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
Those,
the
like,
roll
item-
tech in there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. They can beat it in like 3 minutes or something. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it
wild.
was.
Yeah.
It was like somebody in the Deku Forest was like rolling on the side of the wall, and then he clicked through the wall, and then ended up way further in the game than he was supposed to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like I don't know how you figure that out, but someone out there figured it out.
It's random. Like,
I believe
it'll-
it's like
you'll do it randomly and then you post about it on like a Reddit stream somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
yeah.
guys know about?
Yep. And then someone goes in, does their research on it, and then now it just becomes an addition to the run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Internet is a beautiful, disgusting place.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we actually know a speedrunner too.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm so okay. Well,
Awkwards.
Shout
Yeah,
out
Awkwards.
Awkwards, the
He
homie.
used to be a battle. I think he still is a battle rapper technically, but
Really?
yeah.
Mhm.
I don't
Uh,
think
you
he
can
does that anymore.
Look
but
up some of his
he's
battle
still
raps.
he's still a rapper. Like he still makes music.
Of
Yes,
course,
sir.
you don't give up the dream. And he's actually, and I said this to him, and I say this at risk of meeting battle rappers in the future and possibly insulting them ahead of time. I don't think battle rappers normally make good music.
No, that's the stigma.
That's
And
a
his
that's a hot
music,
take.
I can actually listen to his music. Like, for the most part, a battle rapper, you're a battle rapper. Like, I don't mean to put you in a box.
Because his music doesn't sound like he's rapping.
Rapping
He's kinda
at somebody.
rapping on a song. Yeah, a lot of battle rappers do. So.
That's what a lot of battle rappers do. And you can't listen to somebody battle while you're driving down the street. You're gonna crash.
That's a good point.
Middle of the song.
Right? You're like, ooh.
Just like, oh, what do you say about his mama?
Wait, no, hands on the steering wheel. Hands on the steering wheel.
I think he'll enjoy getting a hold of Lucid. He's a huge Mega Man fan as well.
Yeah.
Awkwards.
Yeah,
Awkwards for Lucid, yes.
I can't wait. I mean, I'm afraid to even mention it, but I really got into. I don't even want to say really. I was watching a lot of battle raps like in college, which was about 10 years ago.
That's when I was
Mm.
super into it. Was
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 years ago
Hey,
was probably
hey,
like the resurgence.
I know what that feels like, baby. I know.
Okay, cool.
I know what
'Cause,
that
like,
feels like.
I was watching so many, but if you ask me like, who do you like? I'd be like, Rome. That's the only guy I can remember.
Rome was
Oh, Rome.
was
sick.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I
like
can
Rome.
remember.
He,
But
he came back recently for like a battle event. Oh, you know, Pat Stay passed away. I don't even remember Pat Stay. He was like a Canadian battle rapper.
I didn't know he passed away.
Yeah, he tried to like break up a fight and ended up getting like.
Damn.
So they had an event for him, and Rome came back to battle at that event. And it's
That-
been
I
a
mean,
year
that's
since we've
rad.
seen Rome. Yeah.
That's if any reason to come back for
Yeah,
He,
right.
he was just as good. He hasn't missed a beat. Ron,
That's
he's-
wild.
yeah, he's
That's
so
crazy.
good.
But like you
Oh,
said,
full
yeah,
disclosure, Cameron also used to be a battle rapper. That's why he's so tapped into the
Oh
world.
shit!
some point in time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're.
Justin's been to some battles before.
I have.
Yeah, Remedy.
Yeah.
If you look in the videos, you'll see a very young Justin in the background. In some
Hey,
of them.
don't you ever look for me.
Don't you ever look for me.
Don't you ever look for me. As far as you know, I've always had this beard. All right, always, always.
You're
okay?
not the beard we got to worry about, bro. It's Cameron who looks weird
Right?
without the
See,
beard,
it
honestly.
just
true.
if you want to look up Remedy, you know you might find some things.
Yeah.
The pre-Fly Richie days. The names of old.
Still fly, just slightly less so.
Oh, okay.
Still
Still
fly,
slightly
just
less
slightly.
so.
And so
Wait,
Eric.
that's a really good. Sorry, I didn't know that about you, Cam. And now I don't know if you guys remember, but I remember that there's going to be 4 NPCs that just happen. I don't know. They're definitely going to resemble some other shiny currencies that I know. But the fact that Cam
Don't you
is
dare.
down,
Don't
I
you
didn't know that.
dare.
I can now make your avatar like speak in rhyme or something.
I swear to, Eric, I swear to God, if you make me bigger than everyone else, I swear to God, Eric, don't you do it.
Is.
Make me the same size as everyone else, Eric.
Okay. I will. I'll just put you on a little stand.
No, make him the same size. Just give him
That
the
would be
biggest
really
shoulders
funny. That
ever.
would be really funny.
Just give him
This extra just broad.
I'm the only one in the rupee standing on a box.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I made you the same size. I don't know what the problem is.
No,
Yeah, I don't know
you
what
gotta
happened.
do that one for Darren.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah, so don't make me big, but just make him small.
All right.
Cool.
Poll in your Discord, and we'll figure out like who's the bit. How is this gonna get the proportions? We'll figure it out.
Make Justin's extra huge. That's it. Just
I
extra
am-
huge.
don't you-
Size
don't you
preference
dare.
extra huge. Not
Don't you
large, not
dare.
big, extra huge.
I swear to God, if there is a
Damn.
green rupee in the game and he's massive, I'm just.
Can Justin just be like a mount? Can we just like?
Just right on this motherfucker's shoulders. There we go. Don't worry, I got you. We'll cross the river together.
That's how we fast travel in the game.
Just hop on his big ass shoulders and he just starts puffing.
He looks behind. He's like, "Where to this time?"
I'm seeing no dialogue. I'm only seeing ellipses, grunts, and ellipses.
Yeah.
Eric, I will find you. I will find you.
Actually, guys, I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea.
Very good.
I think it's a great idea. Don't worry. He's all talk. Don't worry, we'll hold him back.
Which one of y'all? Which one?
Love it.
No,
Love it.
that's great.
But
I'm very much looking forward to that either that stream or that's whenever I'm doing that. I've been looking forward to making NPCs. I haven't done like pixel art in so long, dude. I've been coding, so I'm really looking forward to making some fun references.
so to loop back to it, because you've had the designs for years now. What made you want to pick up pixel art in general? Was it the concept of possibly making a game, or were you just kind of like pixel art's cool?
I think a little column A, column B. I've always loved pixel art. Always, it was also easy. It's not easy to do. It was easy. What's the word? Accessible.
Accessible.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
It
I
was
see
very
what you mean.
accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like have to. My skills were more easily transferable as well. I didn't have to learn how to like rig and a whole new 3D modeling like
Yeah.
ecosystem. It was very much like I understand color theory, I understand shapes, I like to illustrate. I just have to pixelize it now. So yeah, it was that. And then also part of the genesis of me getting into this was it was late night in studio architecture school, and it was like 3 in the morning. I'm like, I'm fucking tired, I need a break, and I go on Destructoid, and I see an article for a new demo for some game made by one person. What? I didn't know that was a thing. And it turns out to be a game that would be called Iconoclast.
Oh,
So
Iconoclast is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
No
it's really
way.
good.
That's a good game.
So I play the
Yeah.
demo. It's like a level and a half, and afterwards, I like my mind is blown. The concept of like I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know
Yeah.
a person could do that. I reach out to him. It must have been my sleepless stupor because I would never do that. But I email this person like, "How do you do this?" And to their credit, they responded with this big email with like links to stuff and
That's
this is what you
dope.
need.
Oh,
This is what you do.
wow.
So yeah, the developer, I'm blanking on their name. Apologies, much respect, but they were a big reason why I like
Yeah,
got my foot in the water. Yeah.
Oh, we giving.
Darren's looking up like, teach me how to make a game.
That's amazing though that he actually gave you all that information.
that is
Off rip.
beautiful. Actually, look at that. The community supporting this community. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, and
His
that's
name
why
is,
I
Joaquin
will say
Sandberg, Swedish
Oh,
that's
developer.
the word. That's his name. He is an amazing pixel artist, and I think he became like the lead design in like Mojang.
Hmm. Oh wow.
Maybe some a very well-known indie studio that I'm blanking on, of course, because my brain is mush. But yeah, big shout out to him. He's awesome, and it's because of him that I make it a point. I really do try my best to respond to everyone who reaches out to me. I always try to respond in some way because of that moment. And watch, like one person that I miss is gonna be like, "You didn't respond to me. And I apologize. I am so sorry. I will find your
That-
email."
that's
But
how
on
you
that
get
Rusty
your
Ruby's
super
podcast, you
villain
said
right there. That's exactly the moment you got
Oh,
your super
right.
villain. It's like, oh, you respond to everyone.
Oh, do you now? Looks at DMs.
You're gonna
And
get the
moment.
Lucid build for ransom.
Yeah.
Yeah, message. Hey Eric, I emailed last week. You didn't call back. What the fuck's up with that?
Hey, stop it! Stop it!
Oh, rap. You hear that? That's my girlfriend in the back
I
of the
knew it.
car.
I knew it.
Oh no!
It's like, where's the stand? Where's the stand reference?
Oh, that's dope. Did you ever back in the day? Did you ever have or get the Tips and Tricks magazines?
Oh gosh.
So this is early to mid 2000s. There was these gaming magazines
before the internet.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like it was these magazine Tips and Tricks, and before they did away with them, like one of my favorite reasons for getting those, like aside from articles, reviews, cheat codes, stuff like that, they had specific, they always, I want to say, had two, but they were pretty much pixel art, like pages of pixel arts where it's just like, okay, this block has these lines and all that, and so you would just doodle in
all about that shit.
you would just doodle in, and so by the end of it, you would get
Wow.
you would get Mega Man, you would get a
That's
Pokemon because
true.
you're
I
just
forgot
shading
about
in
that.
all the pixels of that
Oh,
character.
that's sick.
And the
Was it like
Yeah.
a color by numbers or was it?
yeah, so it was
Yeah, it
like
was pretty- it
A2
was
has
color by
like
numbers.
these squares that you fill in, and so it's like you don't know what the image was going to be until
Yeah.
you finish shading everything in.
Okay.
They
Um,
just
got it,
gave you
got
a
it.
grid and a list of numbers with colors.
That's
There's
right.
like
I
a
forgot about
recipe on
that.
the
exactly.
on the
Yeah,
side.
yeah. I remember getting that was my main reason for getting those magazines back in the day, and just like it gives you an appreciation for pixel art more than you thought that you knew. Because it's like, especially back then, like that was still peak Game Boy Advance era, I would say. Like
Right.
when pixel art was still very much like, until like you got into the PS2s and GameCube stuff like that. Like we still had that pixel art stuff. So the fact that had that little extra something, but like, hey, here's this. And then I think I remember a month had gone by. I got into an issue and it didn't have those anymore, I was like, I'm done. I don't want this no more. And I was like, this has ruined the entire experience. It's just now the same magazine as any others now. I hate it here.
We were just kids. We didn't know that people in the back were getting fired and stuff.
Right,
Like, they were
dog.
on their way out.
Dog.
Oh no!
Like, all I know is like one day I'm getting my EGMs and then my EGM doesn't have a poster in it, and I'm like, oh,
What is
that's
happening
strange.
here?
They always have posters.
What happened to my demo disc?
What happened to my demo disc?
For real.
Oh man, you just made it real, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we in the business now where unfortunately half of this shit is very real, and
Oh gosh, you know how like I'm so bright-eyed. Like I think we're all very bright-eyed to this being where we are and having this love for games in the industry, and then being at some of the places we are and getting to talk to some of the people we do, and then like hearing like, oh yeah, I've worked in this game and blah blah blah. Like, okay, what are you doing now? Yeah, I was part of the layoffs last year. Oh my god. Also,
He's trying so hard. He's trying so hard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally. Don't worry about it.
I'm not shining bright like a diamond anymore. What you mean?
That was
Sweating.
seamless and flawless.
Right.
No, it was great. You're graceful, elegant, flamboyant, even.
We love it. But absolutely, Deontay, man, doing what we're doing, talking to great, amazing people like you, Eric. It's very humbling to get the background passion of these games and projects that we love. But man, y'all go through it.
It sucks just to these people who we know are doing such great things and putting their real hearts and passions into these projects, and then seeing them 6 months later be all like, yeah, I was let go. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's I don't want to open up Pandora's box, but it's annoying as a creative that like they're designing technology now that seems to be like trying to replicate creatives' jobs. And
Yeah.
It's just like,
Mhm.
why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, of all the things to like figure out, why not go for like the things that aren't human soul based? I don't understand.
Because it's cheaper.
Money.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. What am I?
Because everybody's fucking greedy, man. Like, I mean, and the thing is I understand the business aspect. Like, you need money to run a business, so you are going to take essentially all the shortcuts. You're going to do all the layoffs, anything you can do to make sure that the business can keep running properly. I understand that, but the human, like, I feel like the human concept is what a lot of these businesses are essentially like missing. Like, granted, I know the business is going to run, but now you've essentially changed the lives of thousands of people, letting them go to where now they have to fend for themselves. And this is also that you can fatten your pockets. Like,
Dude.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah, that's
So-
pretty weird.
Fun anecdote. I think it's on topic. I can remain anonymous. I'll keep names, but I'll say this. I know of an office in my old architectural world
Mm-hmm.
where during like the 2008 crisis, the office was asked to universally take a 20% pay cut, but it was unbeknownst to them at the time that each of the the higher ups there then went home with a $500,000 bonus that year. So like, it's just it's stuff like that I was just like, why?
Don't matter the industry.
Yeah.
Corporate will corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate will corporate.
Corporate will corporate.
Yeah, everybody's got to take a little sacrifice, so we're going to be doing a blanket cut
Yeah.
while they like this. Like, yep, we just going to
Meanwhile, Iwata, R.I.P.
rest in peace
Right.
to Iwata the GOAT.
Fucking goat. Fucking takes a pay cut. Like, dude.
I'm
Right.
gonna take a pay cut so my people can eat. The
Yeah,
goat.
yeah.
I got hella money. I
Man.
don't need this. You guys need this, and you guys are putting on
What
this
am I gonna
work.
do? Buy another house? I only got one me.
She was the norm and not the exception, you know.
Yeah,
If
like,
only.
I wish I knew the name of this business, but there is a business owner in Washington State, I believe, who increased all of his employees' pay like a lot. So much so that it was making the news, and other CEOs were talking about how he's going to make himself go broke and how this is such a joke, and he didn't know how to operate a business. He turned record profits. A majority of his employees are now homeowners if they wish to be homeowners.
Wow.
And like everyone is happy.
When you make your
Everyone is
people happy, people will work.
They will do the thing.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm a huge believer in rising tides, all ships, that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I
Right.
don't-
Right.
I don't get it. I don't know. Well, then again, I'm not a millionaire, so maybe
Right.
that's why. I don't know.
Me neither. So you know you got $1 million soul, bro, and that's all that matters.
Hey, look, not yet. When
Yes,
this
sir.
game drops, it might be a different story.
Bro, I would love to not have to ration my soap and shampoo anymore. That's
So
Right.
I love that. That's like the millennial goal. We just
I
want
could
be
buy
able to
soap
comfortably
normally.
Buy soap.
that'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
so with the Kickstarter thing. So first off, very successful Kickstarter. Throwing that out there.
All
Very
thanks
successful.
to supporters like y'all.
My whole Twitter feed came together to collectively push Lucid during the opening of that Kickstarter. Like,
Absolutely.
you couldn't go through like one
Bro.
post, 2 posts on the Twitter feed without seeing somebody else talk about that Kickstarter. Which
Yeah.
was really cool.
I mean, I can't thank everybody. You know, it was so legit. Like just the definition of grassroots. Like everybody was helping out, and yeah, it wouldn't have made it without all that help. So.
Because it's like when it comes to Kickstarters, like we've had success stories, and then we've had Mighty Number Nines. So it's always one of those.
Jeez,
Yeah,
you
hey.
didn't have to shoot like that.
Yeah, I did. I backed that shit, and I was mad about it. Okay, let me. I'm a
Is it
dark
KJ
times.
Afune dealing with like legal trouble
yes.
right now?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. But I
Papa
bring
Mega
that
Man.
up. I bring that up because, like I said, we've seen success stories. We've seen Stardew Valleys. We've seen other big games come out of Kickstarters, and for both good and or bad. But seeing the love and compassion and enthusiasm that you show for your game. I'm gonna say universally,
time.
everybody loves this game, bro. Like I don't. I'll ask this as somebody who goes around, who will look at comments on videos and things for impressions of it. How have you seen any negative anything about your game, bro? Because me personally, from what I've seen surface level, bro, everybody loves your stuff. Everybody's been excited.
I mean, I appreciate that. I don't know what the word is. There's a word it escapes me, but I'm everywhere. I look
Chuffed.
everywhere. Yeah, I'm like
I
I'm
just
looking.
learned that.
Chuffed? Oh, I like that word.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely chuffed. But I'm also I perused everything. I want to see what people are saying, and there are certainly some interesting takes about Lucid. One of my favorites was a Facebook comment.
Oh boy.
And it was something along the lines of, it was during the Kickstarter ramp up, right? And it was on one of the ads, and it said, paraphrasing, it was something like, okay, so it's Celeste with combat, great, like, what else? And I was just like, okay. And I then said, or you know, he said, shit, I'm fucking this up. He said it's just Celeste. I don't see what the big deal is. And I said, oh yeah, it's just like Celeste. It has the same combat, the same upgrade skills, it has the same map, it has the same boss fights, it has the same story, it has the same NPCs. I did this whole list, but I'm like, it's basically the same thing. And then he goes, yes. And then I said, you know how like Celeste has all those things? And he's like, yeah. So what's the difference? And I was like, we're done here.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Yep.
So
I just gave you the
I
differences
try
right
to-
here. What you mean?
You know how
So,
Celeste
like,
has all those? Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I know that
absolutely.
Celeste has all those things. Yes, it does. It does it.
So it's
It does.
moments
It does.
I try to like think of that whenever I encounter, like, it helps just me. I'm sure there are some people that authentically, like, not for them, totally fine, but that comment really helps me put things in perspective of like,
Good.
there's a lot of people out there that
Yeah.
have the power of anonymity and just can type whatever the fuck they want and not to let it get to me. 'Cause,
Mm-hmm.
I can let it get to me. I get like, you ever get like really upset and like the heat raises up on your neck or something like that, you know? Like, I'll be sitting here and I can feel it. I'm just like, don't touch the keyboard. Don't
Don't
touch the keyboard.
Let it go. Don't give them
Hands.
fuel.
Yeah, hands,
Hands.
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 I won't
Show
do
me your
it.
hands.
I won't do it if I'm upset. If I can handle it from a sense of comedy, where I'm at least entertaining myself, right? Then sure, I'll engage. But if I'm angry, I'm already gonna lose. I already know I'm gonna lose. I lost because I'm sitting here trying to type out in anger and shit, and
Yeah.
I'm giving them exactly what they want because they
Yeah.
only did this for a response. So
Yes, 100%. That's
But
why
also,
that
haters gonna
response.
hate, baby.
Yeah.
They
that's
are.
what I'm
They're
like.
just-
If I can turn this into a funny situation for me, then let's do it.
Yeah. I think so. That's what I was. It was during the Kickstarter, and I was burnt out at this. I was like too little butter spread over too much toast, so I was just thin, and
But you were delicious.
I was caught me in a moment of weakness, man, and I just responded, and I was like, I'm trying to keep it funny, but there was also some vitriol in there, and I was like,
Mhm.
was this too much? But
It's
it made me
not.
feel better.
Yeah. Hey, and sometimes, you know what?
I just need to feel better right now.
I too have been petty, and sometimes it's okay.
Oh yeah, we had a whole Tekken Tuesday where you
Yeah,
did that, didn't we?
yeah. I had a whole.
I
Petty
feel
moment.
like we've both done it on Tekken Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
I did it on our Facebook page.
But see, Tekken, I feel like I'm allowed.
Legendary story of a lady who was being awful on Facebook, and I called her out on my personal page. So she goes and tries to report me to my job. But my job that I have listed on my Facebook is this podcast. So she messages the podcast and I answer, just pretending not to be me.
Not to be.
His response was, "That's what we have him for." we have one nice review on Facebook from that lady.
I know exactly what I'm looking for as soon as our call ends. I'm going right
Oh, yeah.
there.
Jeez.
Hey, so on the topic of the Kickstarter, Eric, did it do better than you expected? About as expected? Like, you know, how were the outcomes on that for you?
Okay, I'm gonna be 100 with you. My rusty rupees. I am so very thankful and grateful. I feel like such a piece of shit for ever like having the thought of like I thought I was gonna be able to push harder, but I was like I wanted to do this. It did there. I guess that's all I could do. We did it. But like in my heart of hearts, I was like hoping for it to break the 6-figure. That's what I wanted.
Mhm.
Didn't do it, but like we did it. And then
Yeah.
like everyone was like you're too fucking hard on yourself. And like
Yeah.
everyone came out and supported you. I'm like I know. Like it was like a piece of my own ego, but then also it was like I was like I feel like I let the community down. I was like I wanted to make this a big fucking like slam dunk, and then I felt like a little I let everybody down. Like I couldn't. Should I have like reached out more? Should I have done more marketing? Like what should I have done? But looking
Look.
back at it now, I think that was my initial. Looking back at it now, it was like, God damn it, that was a very successful Kickstarter. Everyone's happy. Everyone's fucking stoked on it. Like why waste time kicking myself or anything? Like it's pointless to be upset. So
Very
the honest
successful
answer-
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We're all excited for the game, and you know that's what sequels are for, baby. You know.
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man. The honest answer was at first was like, I wish I was able to garner more, but like I'm being stupid. Like that's a stupid response. I'm so blessed to have had a successful Kickstarter. Like fuck yeah.
And it makes sense. Those are like normal feelings for you to have, you know. I think from an outside perspective, it seemed like it was doing really well to us. And obviously, like maybe I'm not, because I'm not the one making the game, I'm not as focused on the number, right? But more sort of the amount that I'm seeing the game everywhere and people pushing.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm focused on. I'm like, wow, like,
Yeah.
man, this is doing really well. Like,
That's
you know,
such a good point. That's a huge one. A piece of like the reason of the part of the ego was like I see the numbers not just like representing like, oh, okay, this means I can do X Y Z in the game. Those are numbers where it's like we can still have food and live in the house. And like if I'm not hitting these numbers, I'm putting more stress on
Yeah.
the pillar that is Una right now. And like
Right.
I felt like I let her down. I was like, if I got more, I could take off weight from her shoulders, and I couldn't. It was a whole mix of energies, man. But like you
Those are
said,
natural reactions, though. They're natural. Those are natural feeling, especially if like, because at the end of the day, Kickstarters are throwing an idea at the wind and hoping that people grab onto it.
Right.
And especially for, like you said, you've only shown it off at backroom meetings and stuff like that.
Yep.
Only one public showing at the mix, and even at the mix, like there was a decent amount of people there, but it's not like it was packs. Like it wasn't like packs. It wasn't the show floor where anybody will walk up to the Apogee booth and try out your game. Like that was this time around when like there's friends who like even that night that we had saw you when we tried to call cam, like some of our friends, shout out Will, James, Jared, shout out to y'all. Like we had asked them, oh, have you guys tried out Lucid yet?
Never, dog.
Yeah.
He's gonna constantly keep stabbing you.
Absolutely, whenever I can. But like we were letting them know, like, oh, have you guys tried Lucid? And they were just like, no, not yet. And I was like, what? Where's Eric? I saw him. Where's Eric at?
That's another great point. Like in a perfect world, I probably would have released a demo beforehand. I would have synced some more, like put out like playthrough, have people play it on bigger streams, like this. Like in a perfect world, I would have done some things differently. But
I mean,
man,
I feel like, you know, playing a little bit on your end, kind of like devil's advocate, like looking at the Kickstarter and looking at what you were trying to do, I see why you can be a little bummed. Like, because with, you know, the Brethren of Ash Coliseum and the new boss and then the speedrun mode, like I know what you were going for. So I saw the vision.
yeah,
Like and basically you were just kind of bummed you didn't get there. So I get it. Like it's not that you're not appreciative, right? You're very appreciative of everything that happened, but you were just bummed that you just didn't get to where, like, because there's even a question mark, right? So it could have been like, you know, it could have been like a cool little thing, right? There was more. So right. So I understand like where you're coming from in regards to wanting to shoot higher. Like I absolutely agree.
Shoot for the stars, baby. Shoot for the stars. That's what you're supposed to do.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I always feel so bad giving like that truth answer because it sounds bad, but like that's a really good way of putting it. I was just bummed because like, there was more.
Bro, you set your goal at 30,000. You got 50 up from that. Like it's very, like, just from an outside perspective, as a fan of what you're doing, as a fan of you as a person, like I know all of us seeing the Kickstarter, like, because you got your initial goal got funded within that first day, right?
No, I think it was like 3 hours.
3 days. 3 days.
Like
3 days.
3 days.
Seeing that and knowing how excited we were, it's just good to know that our boy's doing his thing. You didn't get the chance to market like you wanted to, but for what you were able to do is still fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
Also, is your Kickstarter closed?
It is
it's
not.
So it's still open. So I mean, you technically
could still pledge anybody out there.
You know, if you want us to push, if you want us to do another round of pushing, bro, we ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely would love to reach that next stretch goal. That'd be
man.
That'd be
Have you
so
been
nice.
telling people, like when you were at PAX and people were trying out the game, did you tell them about the Kickstarter?
I did not. I didn't. I don't know.
Maybe.
It was I don't know. It just it didn't
I-
feel organic.
I feel
It felt
that.
very-
I feel
I
that.
get it.
that's fucking good.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Is you're over here having real conversations with people, and it's kind of hard to
By the way, give me
fit
some
it
money.
in sometimes.
If you got $5
I
bucks
like
or
it.
so,
It's like, oh my god, we have such a genuine connection. Hey, by the way, do you want to give me cash?
I feel skeeved. I feel like those like door salesmen where it's
Yeah,
like,
no, I feel it,
money,
yeah.
please.
No, I feel it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I mean, if it's there, it's there, and if people want to keep like you get shill mode, you can go in, you can act like you were in the Kickstarter, you get backer rewards, all the fun goodness, and it's all there via PayPal. So if you wanna,
So-
if you have FOMO, go there right now. Go to the Kickstarter.
I,
Oh.
for one, am going to talk that shit on your behalf since you're quite humble, and it's way easier to do when it's not your own project, right? So I can be all like, "Hey,
hey,
my
$20,
homie,
$20.
$20 to my guy. Do it.
Hey, you like that good, right? You need to pitch some of that green in my water."
It's Friday. I know you just got paid.
I know you just got it.
That cranky Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, the great.
And he start going door to door.
Hey,
That's a
Did you
great idea.
did you kickstart Lucid?
That's a really.
You're like,
We're joking. That sounds like a really good post. Like, comes out of the shadows. Like, did you back Lucy?
that's about to be a
baby.
post soon.
Oh my gosh! But
You
also,
could just hire Justin as your enforcer.
hey,
Have him
Hey.
go door to door.
hey, I do it.
Right on his
Just make
shoulder,
sure It
bro.
ain't hot. Just make sure it ain't a hot day. I'm there. Like,
Honestly,
That's good. I make you the same size as everybody else, and you will be the enforcer.
I'm there. I'm done.
Oh, there you
Done.
go.
Done.
You could just ride on his shoulders right here. They're wide enough, you know.
Oh, what a play.
Stop. No, go away. Stop. Come back. Stop doing that. No.
Oh, that's
Darren,
amazing.
shut up. No,
Oh,
shut up.
What a steal.
What a steal.
I hate it. No, because my shoulders like hella big and that one in the still. And he was like, yeah, right, them shoulders. No, no, stay away from me.
So we have our clip.
Yep.
God damn it.
yeah, he is like the Donkey Kong Country ride-ons, like the like that Rhino.
Cool. Question.
Yeah.
Oh,
be-
come
Just
on.
meet him at a certain point in the stage, hop on his back, and he takes you over the spikes.
I'll help you out. We'll bear this burden. If you had to be a Donkey Kong Country, what do they call buddies? What buddy would you want to be? I know which one I want to be. I want to be Rambi.
Ooh, yeah, Ramby's.
Rambi's
Rampy was
Shit.
the best.
Listen, Tooks, you
alright,
back
alright,
you
no.
back Lucid with a couple of clams. I'll make you a star easy.
What was the swordfish's name? Because the swordfish was fucking dope.
Oh, the swordfish
guard.
was cool.
yeah, on guard.
That's
yeah,
a
the swordfish
yeah.
was cool.
rare names
Yeah,
for great.
So I've shared this hot take on my Twitter actually, and it wasn't as much of a hot take as I thought it was, but it was about the music from Donkey Kong Country, specifically aquatic ambiance. I said that I think Stickerbush Symphony is better than aquatic ambiance.
That's a totally fair take. That's an
Right.
absolutely fair take. I mean, I love them both. So much
They're
so,
both
like,
amazing.
they're so good. So good, in fact, that David Wise agreed to do some tracks for Lucid. That's what you call a transition, baby.
Boom!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we like those transitions. That's
These
right.
alley oops is endless.
See,
Eric
Got
said,
that from watching battle rap.
Maggot.
The way your eyes lit up when I started talking about the music,
Right,
I
he
was
knew.
here we
He's
go.
like, "Ooh, I'm ready."
Yeah, I'm ready. It's like,
me
set
in,
it up
coach.
for me, baby. Set it up. Set it
like,
up.
this man over here like that's crazy what you
Yeah,
mentioned
Crazy.
Is that a layup for David Weisstock? Man, and so we kept you. We have some wrestling for the boys soon, but before wrapping things up, tell us a little bit about David Wise and how that came about, because that in itself, like,
Yeah, seriously. You just like.
because bro, like,
his DMs.
as somebody who's played these games for years, listened to this man's work, I can only imagine how it feels to be like, he's helping me with my game.
Right.
That's exactly how I sounded. Verbatim. It was a one-off. Well, first, way back in the very early, I made a YouTube playlist. This is like very like when I made the sketch era of Lucid. I made up a YouTube playlist of all like SNES tracks and Aquatic Ambience, Sticker Bush Symphony, a bunch of like it was primarily David Wise. So he was the music I was listening to while making Lucid. Fast forward a whole bunch, and in passing, I just said like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool?" And then Jaren said like, I think I can maybe get in contact with him." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." Cut to like a few days, maybe a week or two later, all of a sudden it became real, and I was on an email thread, and I was like, "What is fucking happening?" And then agreed, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And now we're here.
So let me tell you how special it is. I love projects where people were inspired by something, and then that inspiration comes into play with their creation. Oh my gosh, that's why Fooly Cooly was so great. It was created while the creator was listening to the Pillows.
No
And
way.
when he created it, that's who did the music, was the Pillows. So
That's
it just
rad.
came full circle, and this is beautiful, just like that. It's meant to
Yeah.
be, man. It's meant to
Yeah, man.
be.
I am so stoked. Yeah, David Wise is so kind, helpful, easy to talk to, and I don't know, just like down like to play. Like he's
Oh, so
just
it's
like
you.
maybe that's why we get along. He's
Yeah,
my
man.
my British counterpart. No, he's really cool.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like down to like help like the retweets. Like he was making videos. Like I'm sure you saw the Kickstarter. Like that was his idea.
Yes.
That's
He was
dope.
like, "I'll make a video."
Amazing.
That's
That's
Good.
dope.
Wow.
damn near makes me want to tear up, actually.
Yeah.
Facts.
It's like-
Grade A, gentlemen.
The way this game is coming together is really a testament of the gaming community, right?
Yeah.
From just the idea of reaching out to another dev and saying, "How do you do this?" to reaching out to a legend in gaming music, and this legend being so excited that he's willing to push it himself. And the Kickstarter, the fact that people like us on the ground level are excited just seeing this and want to help push it forward.
Yeah.
This is truly a testament of the gaming community coming together to make something happen.
I agree, 100%. I've made so many friends, like
Right.
Shiny Rupees, and then everybody in the Discord. I keep saying Shiny Rupees
We're
because
not even
Rusted-
rusty no more.
I know, 'cause,
we just
like,
shiny.
I feel like I'm being like derogatory. Like
No. See, the thing is, sir. The thing is, and
Put
this
some
is why I
grime
love
on
it,
them.
We're-
Put some grime.
We're your shinies, and everyone else is rusty.
Okay.
This is you love us with all the grime.
gosh.
So we're shiny.
Since we're shinies, do we
everyone
get
else
different
gets
colors
rusty.
now?
You get different palette swaps.
Different palettes like
There you
Pokemon.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, these
yeah,
are wait,
but,
these are shiny.
Oh,
It's big red.
what is I would be what, emerald green, Deontay would be ruby red, Darren would be what,
Sapphire.
topaz blue or sapphire blue,
Mhm.
and then Cam would be what,
Topaz purple.
topaz purple.
That sounds right.
Yeah,
Take
hey,
it.
that's our shiny colors. I like it. I ain't mad at it. I ain't
Oh,
mad
that's-
at it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Collect all 4 rupees to turn into a fucking hater.
Hey, wait,
I-
why? Hey, sure.
It's just
Well,
as soon as you transform, the first word that comes out of your mouth is
Bitch. I'm like, I already know where this is going.
I have one really. It sounds random, but I have a question. Are you guys fans of like TMNT, or did you guys?
Yes,
You,
absolutely.
everybody's fans.
What you just said?
Uh-huh.
What you
Justin is a huge
Okay,
TMNT.
okay, cool.
fans.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
What was that?
No, the names. I got like inspiration for names for NPCs,
Soul
and then the
cut.
colors, and then maybe
Did you just tell me you're gonna turn me into?
I'm gonna do. It is gonna be like a layer, like
I was
a
gonna say
giant
there's gonna be layers
Oh.
to this.
my
layers of
God.
references.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yes, yes. We like the turtles, the anime, Sentai.
Super cool. Okay, so if hypothetically this gang of colorful crew were to maybe all unit like what's the Goku Force, the Ginyu Force.
The
Oh,
Ginyu
Ginyu
Force, the
Force?
Tokusen
You would have to
just
do like
pose
a Ginyu
up.
Force.
The fact that we've actually done a Ginyu Force pose
We
together.
have.
Tight.
It's canon.
It's canon.
It's canon.
Super tight.
But no, we would not be opposed. I don't think on any level.
At all, no. If anything, we would cry.
Bro,
It's
I
not running
understand
down our
when
noses. It'd be like,
when this interview is over, I'm going to go into the shower and cry my eyes out, my guy. Like,
I wish it would rain.
like,
Funny
bruh,
thing is that I feel like we know enough people now that when they play this game, and if they were to see people that were to resemble us, I think that they would get it straight away.
Perfect. Yes.
And if they don't, I'm telling everybody when that shit drops. I'm finding me and I'm making the video. I'll be like, oh my god, who's that?
oh my god.
Oh my god, who's that?
No idea how tempted I am to like pause what I was doing and then just go make these sprites and tag all you guys immediately. Oh, that's like the first thing I'm doing.
no.
Stop being beautiful, Eric.
I
Stop
can't wait.
Stop it.
It's gonna be rad.
Well, before we cry, we will call this amazing time with you, Eric, a wrap. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for talking and just shooting the shit with us. I say this with the utmost sincerity, but everything you're doing with Lucid honestly feels very special. And just as fans of games, the best of shows you've gotten from several of our friends in the industry that all appreciate your work, all appreciate the type of game you're making, and just as early as it is, the passion that we all can clearly see coming from it. When this comes out, the hype is very real. I want this game to succeed so fucking badly for you, bro. And just keep doing what you're doing. Stay who you are. Stay humble. Stay just the awesome fucking individual that you are, Eric, because you are what sells Lucid at the end of the day. The game,
Facts.
don't get me wrong, the game is fucking awesome, and like I said, it shouldn't be as good as what it is right now in the stage that it is. I'm gonna say that right now. It has no right to be as good as what it is right now.
You're like, this is a test build. We're all like,
Stop it.
Stop playing. Don't lie.
But thank you for all that you're doing. Your story is amazing. Your background that you've taken into building such an amazing project. Can't wait for the alpha build. You're amazing, and I want from your rupees, I just want to say you're amazing, Eric, and thank you for being on with us.
Yes, sir.
Love you
And
guys. Thanks for having me.
of
And all the
course.
kind words. And thanks for everybody who's watching. Thank you.
Yes.
Hi.
And
Understand, you're my dev now.
Yes.
If I'm your root, you're my dev. Okay, understand.
Sweet.
You're my
Cool.
man.
I need.
A hand.
Hey. Yo, Cam, did you used to like rap or something?
Maybe.
I
Used
like
to.
this guy. I like this guy.
but
I tend to do this thing at the end of the episode, Eric, is when we're done, I think of more shit to say. And so I have a final question for you before we go out.
thank you, Cameron, because I was gonna be mad.
Lucid drops, okay? Then what? What's next? Lucid is out into the public's hands. It's across game
You asking
stores.
them in-game
Then
questions.
Then
I'm
we take over the
assuming-
world.
Yeah. Same thing we do every night, Pinky. I'm assuming we're going past like DLC and bugs and patches
mhm.
after all that.
After all
So
of
so the answer of polishing and making it good, that's done.
Yeah.
Lucid is a complete.
What's on the
project. It's
horizon?
done.
Horizon.
It picked up all these awards, Game of the Year, all of that.
Yeah, it's in.
Okay, then what?
You're making millions of dollars now. What's next?
Lucid
Okay.
screenplay.
The first thing it'd be sick if all that happened. It'd be super sick if I could actually make the studio a studio. That'd be sick. And then the first project that studio would make, I would like. It's been just this thorn in my brain. I've been dying to do like a Mega Man Legends aesthetic that pixel art but on 3D models. Something. And then also I have some game docs in the pipeline that would be really cool to have an aesthetic. But that's where my head's at. But then again, that's all 3D modeling. But maybe I could hire some people to actually do the 3D modeling. I could do the pixel art. That's where my head's at. Something along those lines. But it's probably going to be, I guess, a retro-inspired Matte Black studio endeavor. But it'll be sick as hell. I can promise you that.
Hell yeah.
I don't doubt it, bro.
Right?
Thank you, Cameron, for
history-
asking
history says
the
that.
far in the
History says
future
that.
ideas
That's
when this
true.
man's alpha needs to come out first. I'm like, let the man have his alpha first. But no, we all see a bright future for you, Eric. Like you said, your
guys.
game's gonna be dope. We look forward to each and every status update we get from it. You're great.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me on.
Of course.
Appreciate all of it.
And with that, everybody, we'll call this an episode. Once again, you can follow us anywhere right here at twitch.tv/RustyRupees, RustyRupees anywhere, or RustyRupees with 2 Y's on Twitter, because Twitter's some hoes. You can follow me anywhere at XXShadowAkamiXX. Justin,
Ron Ninja 23.
Deontay,
13 cross, spell it out. Don't be lazy.
Cameron,
Fly Richie, IE, no Y, hashtag indie watch.
and Eric. Where can the fantastic people out there find you and your works?
I need a cool sign off. You guys have, like, really cool sign off. Fuck. You can follow me at the Matt Black on Twitter and the Matt Black Studio on Instagram. My name's not Matt, and my last name's not Black.
Underscore the Matt Black, by the way. For those out there, underscore the Matt Black. Look him up. Support it. Remember, you could look up Lucid on Steam. Go ahead and wishlist that. Go ahead, head on over to the Kickstarter page. Pledge. Throw some more money at this man because he deserves it for this amazing project in the works. But thank you, everybody. And until next time, stay rusty. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right. And now you can stop that recording, sir.
Oh, good call.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my God. Stop recording.
Beautiful.
Hooray!
All right. Thank you, sir. That was nice, concise, good episode. Appreciate you and all
it.
of your great energy, my friend.
No, thanks, guys. That was so much fun. That was too much fun.
It's what we do, baby.
Really,
Right.
damn, guys. Well, I hope you guys have fun watching WrestleMania. What time?
Starts in
When's it
30
drop?
minutes.
Ooh, okay then.
You know,
Well, shit.
but I will go ahead and send you the email to send that recording over to, sir.
Thank you.
Everybody out there in chat right now, appreciate y'all for sticking around, coming through. Remember, like I said, go ahead if you haven't already done so. Head over to that Kickstarter. Let me drop the link for that real quick in chat too.
And wish list. That's the new number. That's the
Wish
other new
list,
number.
yes.
Wish listo.
Go ahead and hit
Wish
that
list.
wish list on.
147.
It is. Oh wait, yes.
174.
170. Oh, I was like, wait. I was like, those numbers feel right, but wrong.
Yeah,
Those
right?
numbers feel right, but
Fucking
wrong.
dyscalculia just kicking my ass.
Not dyscalculia.
Adding to my wish list. There we go.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep, let's open up these pits, these pits, chat. Oh man, go in on them before we leave.
Open up the fucking pit.
No, but appreciate you, Eric. It's always a great time chatting with you,
Yeah,
sir.
man. Yeah, dudes. I'm hoping I am invited to West.
Yes.
This it's always like maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed. So
We hope so too. Reed Pop needs the booths.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. After East's very bare show floor, like
So I hear.
West is always bigger anyway. Just because there are so many bigger companies like Nintendo's right there, Sony's on this
Yeah.
side. Just everything's on this side of the coast compared to East, so it's so much easier for everybody to move
I can
around
just
that
get
way.
there.
Let me say this. I didn't say this in the episode when it comes to, and I want to give a chance to say this to every game dev whose stuff is on display and they're worried about that embarrassing moment when their game breaks
It's
when
okay.
it's on display, because it's happened. We've been in several situations where it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
I went to PAX West last year with the boys. I am the only person in our entire friend group who purchased the Saints Row game, the most recent Saints Row game. I bought it at launch.
Uh-huh.
I beat the game. I then went to PAX and played the demo that was there after beating the game. And the demo fucking broke on me while I was playing of a game that I had already paid $60 for.
You're like,
By this major company that had
Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. Okay, I know what team you're talking about.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm
Mhm.
talking about. And then as the game is broken, one of the people walks up to me and goes, "Are you enjoying playing the game?"
You're like, well,
So look, if they could show up with that, nobody is going to judge you for your game breaking right there.
Super fair. Yeah, that's very true.
Oh my goodness.
honestly, I think
will
it's
never
better
forget.
watching games break when you're there, because it
Mhm.
shows that, hey, you're a real person and that things are hard to make and things happen.
Right.
I love
And-
when devs can just like laugh it off. And they're just like, "Oh, that wasn't meant to happen."
That's just are you embarrassed?
Yep.
Just handle
I
that
had-
embarrassing ass moment. It's like,
I
yeah,
had one of those. I had one where you know when you hit something, you die, and you like regen at like a save point.
Uh-huh.
That happened, and then the momentum kept staying there, and they were like sliding to the left. Infinitely was going left, and I was like, huh, that is not supposed to happen.
that's one of the cooler ways for a game to break, though.
Yeah,
Right.
Someone's gonna use that to speedrun. But anyway,
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Watch this.
Hey, shoot, they still
That's all
use
that
that
happens.
on those Zelda Ocarina of Time speedruns. They'll use that too. The backdash.
I
Yep,
feel
yep,
like
yep.
when the tactic gets a nickname, that's when it just deserves to live. That's when it just
Oh, yeah.
deserves to live. Like when in Gears of War, I bring this up all the time. The original Gears of War was such a fucking buggy game. It was such a buggy game, but it was so buggy to the point where it added to us playing.
Yeah.
So there is something you could do on a couple of stages where, like, if you tried to jump or hurdle over a barrier in melee at the same time while crouched,
Hey,
and then run immediately after, it would lock your character into the running motion, and you didn't have to
Oh.
hold the button, and you can move freely at running speed, but you would be crouched the entire time. So people called that crab walking. So we would see someone crouch with their gun just zooming around the stage and be like, "Oh my god, he's crab walking!"
that's rad. No, I completely agree. There's this little thing called wave dashing. I don't know if anyone has.
Oh,
yeah.
mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we all know.
He's like, oh yeah, wave dash it. Right. But
Shit.
It's like, what do you mean you're gonna make my character slip? What the hell is brawl?
oh man,
This is the perfect. I got the email.
perfect. Thank you.
Bum, bum.
But, all
This is
right,
the
everybody. Do you know what?
fucking
And we are going to call it a streamy stream, and we are going to send this raid over to the beautiful Amanda Aiken, the real Crystal Mommy, because she's singing on stream and such. So you know
Is she?
she
Okay,
is.
I'll
yes.
stay.
I'll stay.
Okay,
I'll stay. I'll stay.
We'll send this raid over to your wife, Justin.
Love you, wife.
Blessed
Love
be
you,
to
wife.
Crystal Mommy
Good job.
Amanda Aiken. We love her and her beautiful, beautiful voice and her
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful self. But appreciate y'all. Thank you, everybody who's been here with us. See y'all tomorrow for Community Day. And until next time, stay rusty. Okay, bye. Bye.
Jenny.
Peace out,
Bye.
y'all. All right, and we